History tells us the Vikings reached North America around the year 1000, but imagine if they didn't just visit, imagine if they stayed. What if the Vikings were the first to colonize America centuries before Columbus? Our timeline begins in the year 1000. Instead of abandoning Vinland, the Viking explorers decide it's too valuable to lose. Wild grapes, thick forests, endless hunting grounds. This is a land worth fighting for. So, instead of sailing home, Scandinavian chiefs send hundreds of settlers, families, warriors, and blacksmiths all make the perilous journey. Vinland grows from a small, fragile camp into the first permanent European colony in the New World, but the Vikings quickly realize they can't survive alone. The harsh winters and unfamiliar land push them to trade with the native peoples, the ancestors of the Mi'kmaq and the Beothuk. At first, it's a peaceful exchange of furs for iron tools, a mutually beneficial relationship. But with more Viking settlers arriving every year, tensions inevitably rise. Small conflicts break out over land and resources. Yet, unlike in our history, the Vikings do not leave. They fortify their settlements, adapt to local fighting styles, and even intermarry with native tribes, creating powerful new alliances. By the 1100s, a unique culture is born, part Norse, part Native American. Viking longhouses stand beside native canoes on the shorelines. Runestones are carved with native symbols. Children grow up wearing both fur cloaks and intricate beadwork. They hunt using native techniques, carve runes into American stone, and build mighty longships using strong American timber. The colony not only survives, it thrives. Eventually, word spreads through Europe that across the ocean lies a rich land ruled by Northmen. By the 1200s, ships from Scandinavia are traveling regularly across the Atlantic. Vinland exports a fortune in furs, timber, and fish, receiving iron, cloth, and weapons in return. When the Black Death devastates Europe in the 1300s, Vinland becomes a lifeliner safe haven, untouched by plague and full of resources. The colony grows wealthy, powerful, and crowded with immigrants from Norway, Iceland, and Greenland. With the Vikings already booming in America, the world changes dramatically. Columbus never gets his funding because the route is already known. Instead, Spain and Portugal race to compete with the established Viking trade routes. The Americas are no longer isolated. Europe no longer sees the Atlantic as a barrier, but as a bridge. Exploration begins 2 centuries early, and the Vikings become the powerful gatekeepers to the New World. Native tribes gain access to iron weapons, advanced sailing knowledge, and new alliances, making them far more powerful when other European empires eventually arrive. By the time other European powers reach America, they don't find an untouched land. They find a sprawling Viking native civilization. Cities blend longhouses with totems, and runner stones stand tall in bustling squares. Languages mix, religions syncretize, and the Vikings, once feared raiders, become the founders of a new transatlantic world. So, what if the Vikings had colonized America first? Perhaps history wouldn't be a story of European conquest, but a story of cooperation, hybrid cultures, and a new world shaped by the hammer of the North. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into alternate history, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more.